Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. I'm your host, VGM Korin, and the prince is traveling across a vast abyss and jumping over it. Now, we're once again coming across walls that we can, for some reason, break with our sword. I mean, that doesn't make much sense. Generally speaking, trying to break things with your sword is the last thing you want to do. And we have encountered more crumbling platforms, which are always a fun mechanic for getting a player to just run as fast as they can. And in my case, usually means run as fast as they can and kill themselves. But you knew that already if you've been watching my videos before. Listen to that beautiful music as the wall then suddenly explodes after a couple of hits. And that pot. Now, I'm on the lookout for any secret or hidden areas this time because I'm pretty sure that there should have been a water fountain around at some point. Uh-oh. I'm pretty sure that there should have been a water fountain around at some point to increase my maximum health, and I'm beginning to suspect that I most likely missed it. Just like I missed that wall run for the second time in a row. However, it is pretty cool to watch the bridge reform itself in slow motion rewind. Alright, there we go. Uh-oh. Well then, as you can see, we are off to a wonderful start here. Oh no, bats! Okay, so the prince cannot move while his sword is out and is on one of these little ledges, which means that you either have to try and attack the bats that are attacking you, and they'll go away once they're down to 3, or you have to, move. It's your call. Now this area is extremely explodey, with everything falling apart just as fast as it can. But on the bright side, we made it. Even though wall running eludes our grasp, apparently jumping from pillar to pillar doesn't today. Oh no. Now, since these pillars are staying for quite some time, I'm actually curious if they stay until I jump off them. I wouldn't think that would be the case, but it could be. Now, we've seen 2 visions of Farah without actually seeing her, so the game is hinting pretty hard that something's going to happen with her. Or at least it will be if we wake up and see Farah. I don't know if I saw that.
I'll start the story from here next time.
In fact, generally speaking, I'm talking as we're looking on what we're going to be doing next, and I promptly forget. It just goes through my eyes and then is gone. Gone forever. On the bright side, it looks like we're coming up on another sand here. On the downside, how did we jump that way? Questions for the ages. So, when I was saying earlier that platforming had not eluded us, I apparently was lying. I was lying a lot. Hey look everyone, we're jiggling. As I found out, these platforms do not, or these stalactites? Stalagmites? Uh-oh. Stalactites. I believe they're stalactites. They hold on for as long as you stay on them, so the prince can just jiggle around for a while if he wants, like so. And we made it to the sand. Now we're actually getting close to getting a... Oh, it's a jungle. That's kind of pretty. And a very unique environment. I'm surprised at the variety in environments that this game has. I was kind of expecting to stick around in a palace for the entire game, which I'm very happy that I didn't mind. But oh no, bats. See, that is the kind of gate that makes me wonder why that thing exists in the first place. Like, you can't go up in it, so what's the point? And it looks like there's stuff both up and down from where we are. So let's go down first. And see what we're dealing with here. Oh, this is an interesting puzzle. I know we're supposed to go down, so let's go up. I know I just said let's go down, but we're going up. We went up and went over to this platform over here. And if you don't recognize it, it's the platform that, that last time we used our words. We used our words and didn't forget our words. Basically, I just wall-runned over to a different ladder, and that's all the difference was. There are a lot of gates here, if you haven't noticed. And bats. Oh no, wall hanging. The camera is being a little difficult in this area. But that's alright. There's something glowing over there. What's up here? Areas like this are always interesting in games because you end up not entirely knowing where you're going. Oh, I'm going over there. Which means I need to get over there. Which means cut! And here we are. Sorry for cutting that, but we had already done that section before and I didn't think you wanted me to watch me do it again. Prince just teleported onto a ladder, so that's kind of cool. And we're in the water, which means water boss, maybe? Fun times? I don't know. I would be surprised. Also, this just seems like a bad idea. Where will all that water go, Prince? Oh, it apparently won't. Well, that's okay, too. And speaking of the palace, it looks like we're about to make it back in there. So here we are. In the baths? The baths 2? I know we were in the baths 1 earlier. I went back and looked. On the other hand, well, we're going to have to find some way of getting out of this water. Because water makes it impossible to climb. As so. And my guess is, if I was a designer, I would make you walk all the way across the room to figure out where the hell you were going. And that's why I'm not a game designer. Maybe over there? No. Maybe there. There it is. Instead of walking all the way across the room, we should have just taken a little bit of a left. And that would have been a lot better. And it looks like we're going to get a new jumping mechanic here. Because that barrel is not actually just floating. It does have it is attached to that rope, even if it doesn't look like it. Oh. Oh my. Okay, so ropes we can turn on and then swing where we want to go. Didn't we just have a save point? I feel like we did. You know, I guess you can't really complain about having, oh no, spinny blades, and boxes, and wall jumping, and all kinds of things. And still no princess. So I guess we'll meet up with her later.
I'll start the story from here next time.
No, you'll start the story right now. Do it. Get up. Stop crying. Jump. Let's see, where are we going? That didn't help at all. I think it may have. Jump! No. None of that. Oh, I'm supposed to actually traverse on the wall there. If you can see it, I can see it. Or, well, oh no. Alright, we're up. And we're getting on the wall here. Now, as I've said before, the game has a way of making puzzles look extremely intimidating, and this one does look very intimidating. I look at it, I just think, oh no, how long am I going to be in this room? My viewers are going to kill me. But the truth is, it probably isn't that bad. And even though I've said that, and probably doomed myself to a life of torture and horror now, this puzzle does seem to be following the general rules of you go one way. and then you finish the puzzle, eventually. Now we can go either over here or over there. We're going to go over there, because my words are very useful. Apparently going over here was the wrong idea. And the prince is dancing because, as I've said, the keyboard controls are a little bit finicky. But that's okay. A lot of pillar humping in this episode. Not a lot of sword smacking, though, aside from walls. It's a little bit interesting, I guess, that walls take less to explode than people do. Oh no, bats! So now the prince will sashay his way over to the other side while attempting to take out bats. And, uh-oh. As I've said, you need to get them down to 3, it seems, to go away and stop bugging you with their batitude. Yes, I said batitude. I don't know why. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad that's destroyed, then. And now we're up here. Being up here is a good thing for us because it means that we aren't failing too horribly yet. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go next, though. So let's take a more solid look around. Oh, there's a rope. Well, we've taken our look around. We've jumped on pillars. We've phased onto a thing. And now we're going to try to jump to that rope all the way over there. Not over there, over there. This will probably end badly, so prepare for the rewind. As I was saying. See, puzzles like this are very bizarre because I'm not sure where they want me to go exactly. Like, I could jump to this wall here. Oh. That's a ledge. Oh. Well, in that case, we figured out what the game wants us to do. Jump! Jump for your life, Prince. Now then. I'm pretty sure I can make it to that rope from this rope. And we can play jump rope. I lied. So, I'm not sure where we're going. As is a common theme. Now, I'm going to go check something real quick because it looks like I might be able to get to that platform and jump over and get that sand. But after trying it, I don't think there's actually enough leverage. We're just going to go. We'll come back for that sand if we miss it. Oh no! It wants to eat me. Once again, we have the triumphant return of the trap room. Of course, in a bit of an odd display, the traps aren't entirely bent on killing us. But that's alright. Is there anything down there? Spikes. Spikes are what are down there. And somehow I have to get myself up there. Ow. Who's hurt? Don't get hit by them. Alright, let's take a second to figure this out. We have a grate over here. We have a bunch of traps over here. We have a ledge up there. Well, let's just see if we can get on the ledge. And I'm pretty sure I was supposed to do that way earlier, so we kind of cheesed that puzzle a little bit. Or I kind of cheesed that puzzle a little bit. You would never cheese a puzzle, would you? Would you? Oh no, bats! I don't know why there are so many bats, and why they want my body. But they do. And they hurt. Oh god, they hurt a lot. You know, if you ever come across a room with a guy swinging a sword, breaking tables and barrels, and killing bats that explode into sand, just go the other way. Oh, no. There's no way I'm going to do this right. I don't... This is the happiest moment of my life. I can't believe I did that without dying or taking tons of damage. I didn't know I had it in me. I'm so happy. And then there are bats chasing me around. Now, as I was saying earlier, there's this sand over here that we couldn't get to, that I killed myself trying to get. But it's okay, because now we got it. And again, it looks like instead of making those sands hard to find, they're just checkpoints. And I appreciate that. I prefer checkpoints to increase your power than having to run around and look through really weird areas. And rope! I want on the rope, don't I? Do I want on the rope? Let's get on the rope. Let's use this rope to jump to another rope. Also, I like how the barrel just kind of disintegrates once it hits the ground. It's very fashionable. Alright, now we're over here, and I'm pretty sure I just need to get down into that little area, maybe. I'm going to try and jump to the rope first. What could go wrong? Everything. Could die. I mean, I'm looking at the right path, or what's probably the right path. Oh, I think I could actually make that. I came very close. So we're going to try one more time. At the very peak of our jump. Yes, we made it. I don't know if you can slide down the ropes, since I have been going up a little bit higher on them, but thankfully it doesn't seem to matter. Oh no, traps. And sand. It was over here all along, all by itself, just waiting for me to come pick it up. With the frequency I'm picking them up again, I'm kind of concerned that I may have missed a few. Yell at me if I have! Anyways, we are on a thing. A thing which we are going to jump over and then hit the thing with our thing. And hey! This is what I was looking for! And I totally thought this was actually the right way to go. I wasn't even trying to find a secret. But that's the best kind of secret. The secret that you just find and you marvel at because they are pretty bridges with lights all over them. Fire lights, and then you drink the water and you explode. It's just the best. It's just the best. I really want to know what that voice is saying. I feel like it's saying something. Or maybe it's just not. It could very well be not. Let's just jump. Let's just not even look. Well, I did about right for that. Alright, so somewhere around here is the way we need to go. It wasn't up there. Maybe it'll be down here. Near these exploding walls. Not exploding. I don't know. This may not actually be the way we need to go. Let's go back out and look some more. It looks like that words are useful. I don't know. Uh-oh. Rewind? When in doubt, rewind. When in doubt, watch and pray that your meter doesn't run out before you finish rewinding. There's still a rope over to the left, but I don't think it's the right rope. Alright, we're going to look around this room again, really fast. Make sure we're not missing the obvious. It doesn't seem like we are. So, let's jump back on that rope. And then we'll figure it out. Maybe. I don't think I can jump anywhere useful from here. I'm not sure where else I can go. So, I'm going to figure that out, and you're going to be magically impressed when I pop up there. Hey everyone, look where we are again. It totally didn't take me like 10 minutes to figure out that I could go up. Didn't do that. Didn't take me forever. I didn't have to go back and see the save point and redo the entire combat in order to figure that out. Or entire puzzle, I mean. Now we're in combat. Hopefully I won't have to redo this combat. That would be sad. Hey look, it's a sword guy. I had a comment earlier. That guy, about this guy being a mini-boss. He is not. He is just a dude. And he just swings his sword at you occasionally. You know. Because that's how he likes it. Like other enemies in the game, he's very annoying to deal with when you're trying to fight through a cloth, but he has unblockable attacks, which makes him very difficult at times. And of course, then you die. He has unblockable attacks that will knock you down, and you'll be sad, and trying to get permanent kills off when you're fighting two enemies that really just don't like being jumped over is very difficult. It makes using the sand tanks very necessary. See, this guy, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. He's just gonna block until he stops blocking. And then, oh! And then that's gonna happen! This whole video was worth it for that spin-off. This whole Let's Play was worth it, just to see that spin. As people might have noticed, I have figured out how to parry. I actually learned that way back in the Sand King fight, and then never put the knowledge to good use. Fighting is difficult. Or at least fighting these enemies, which... On the bright side, it's no longer just hitting buttons. It is actually more challenging, which is a good thing. The game needed to be more challenging. But... and, okay, I feel like I need to clarify. The combat itself isn't that bad, per se. The problem with the combat is just how many enemies they throw at you. And then, the fact that there are certain enemy types that will... anyone in blue, it seems, will just make your day bad. Because you can't jump over them, and without being able to jump over them, the prince's combat abilities are less than adequate. One thing I do like about the game, there's a lot of friendly fire. Well, not Farrah's friendly fire. I don't like Farrah's friendly fire. But I do like enemy friendly fire. I like that I can trick enemies into smacking each other, and then they'll leave me alone. And sometimes they just don't feel like guarding, apparently. Now, it is slightly curious to me that... oh my, that's a lot more enemies. Well, we'll do our best. We have plenty of sands to do our best. Or my best. My best is probably less best than your best. On the bright side, they are staying, in general, far away from me right now, which makes it easier to fight them. And anyone in red, you should really be jumping over and doing your whole I jump over you and then stab you with my dagger and look at it and wonder move. That one! Everyone loves that move. Just don't screw it up. I believe I've created a new power tank, which means it's time. Actually, it's not time because there are only 2 enemies left in this area. So we're just going to take them out the good old-fashioned way. And that's all of them. Let's look at that tree. Now, surely there has to be water somewhere nearby, right? So let's take a look around. Is that a trough? No, that's not a trough. That's a well. That's a sand. I think that will actually give us... Yep. It has given us yet another sand tank, which means we can afford to screw up even more. Right? Right? You'll keep watching me, right? Anyway, we'll take this save point as a great opportunity to end the episode after looking at what appears to be a palace. A palace with spikes. And a Farah. What is she running from? Who knows?
Done.
Alright,
Start the story
everyone.
from here next
I will see you in the next one.